All right, I know that some people don't like Sunday night games at Banc because it doesn't give you that much of a chance to party after a win like this, but it's the best way to end your weekend, and I've got to say that LAFC is back on track with that 3-1 victory over the Houston Dynamo, and by the way, we still control our destiny for the Supporters Shield.
Sir.
Welcome, everybody, to the 110 Football Instant Reaction post-game show. There's going to be fireworks going on in there. You might be able to hear them at some point, but we're going to just go ahead. We're going to truck along because this game was such an interesting one and such a big one for LAFC. I've got my great partners in crime here. We've got the Scarf, I got Philly, and I've got Connor.
What's up, guys?
You guys know this drill. It's been a while. It was remarking to our producer, Chris, on the way down here. It feels like forever since we've been home.
Yes.
Has it been?
But you know what? The home cooking tonight was exactly what we needed. I think we'll talk about the first half versus the second half, but it just felt a little better being back at the Banc. You knew the boys would calm down. You knew the boys would settle themselves, and they absolutely did tonight.
Oh, it's our dude, Liam. Hey, man, how you doing?
We asked about you during pregame.
We did. We wondered where Liam was, and there he is. There he is. He's here. We can officially start. And the chat is here. You guys are fired up in the chat. Like we've been saying in there, hit that like button. And I was asking you guys, it felt like it's been a while since we've done this because I wanted to know, do you guys still remember how to do this?
Yes.
No.
Connor?
No, Connor doesn't. Connor.
Well,
my friend, you are
worried.
holding.
Philly hasn't said anything so far.
I know. I'm worried about this. You saving it?
Yeah, I'm totally saving it. I mean, I've got this. I think this is my verbal expression.
There you go.
My nonverbal expression, rather.
Well, if you guys have forgotten how to do this, luckily I have a card with everything that we're going to do
How
here.
can we forget how to
Thank God.
do this?
You guys all have 3 emojis in your hands. I do not. You want to know why? Because I gave this young gentleman my emoji last time, and I'm in trouble for doing that. I'm now not allowed to have emojis anymore.
Oh, did he just
It's not
take
your
him?
fault. It's mine.
Did he take him home?
No, I said he could have it.
Oh.
And I've been told that I shouldn't be giving stuff away, so it is my fault. But
No
up
prizes
for grabs?
on this show.
no prizes on this show.
No prizes.
Unless you're Liam and you get to take home my emoji.
What about your jacket?
No. Sorry. I like you a
Thought I'd
lot,
ask.
bro, but my jacket's staying with me. Plus, I'm cold. But
Wimp.
this is called In Our Feelings, and these gentlemen have emojis. Liam, you could act out emoji if you would like. On the count of 3, we will do what you felt after this match, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hold up your emoji.
Damn it! I keep dropping my emoji.
Okay.
So
we've got 1,
you not have an
2,
emoji
3
face?
on the Chicho celebration, and we've got a meh face.
Yeah.
Wait
Why
a
are we
minute.
feeling a little meh face? Hey, whoa.
Hey, you're going to break these.
Hey. Yeah, I just told you I lost my emoji privileges. Do you want to lose yours?
I mean, I feel like I would. Yes, I would lose my emoji privileges if I could just bang this.
All right, but let him talk. Let's see
Let
what
him
you
make
got.
a case.
I didn't like the first half at all. I felt like we were incredibly disjointed. I felt like we were lucky to only be at, 1-1, right? 1-1 at
2-1.
2-1.
Oh, sorry, 2-1 at the half. Yeah, I felt like we were lucky to be up 2-1. Would you stop it?
Exactly.
I felt like we were lucky to be up 2-1 at the half. I felt like we were going through the motions for those first 45 minutes. And what I expected to see from LAFC tonight was a command performance from minute 1 all the way through. We did get 2 PKs from Carlos, which were great. But I felt like we were lacking just a little bit. But of course, Steve does what Steve does best, turns it up in the second half with subs. But I don't know, it wasn't an inspiring performance, but it was we did what we had to do performance.
All right, rebuttal now from the other side of
I'll keep it brief and let Philly take
Oh, good.
take a lot of it. But compared to I'd say the string of 3-4 games prior to this, I would disagree. I think we were pretty convincing in terms of creating pretty good goal scoring chances.
Yes,
I think a lot of it-
chances. I think, in the
and I
second
think
half
that's
was
one
better.
thing that
but in the
lacked
first
in
half
it.
in particular, he's right. It was pretty sloppy.
I think a lot of it had to do with number 99, the chances that we were able to create, right? He earns the first penalty. He was just always injecting himself, Giggity, into the match.
Philly, what do you think?
What the hell is wrong with all 3 of you? We won the damn game. We got 3 points. We won 3-1. It doesn't matter if you win ugly. We won. We still control our destiny. We got 2 more games to go, a game in Portland and a game back home in which we're going to smash Nashville. You guys are very lethargic. I'm really not digging it. We saw Carlos Vela score goal number 10 and goal number 11. We saw Corey Baird, an LAFC player, by the way, score a goal for Houston.
player.
And then, of course, we got Ryan Hollingshead scoring his 6th goal, still making him the highest scoring defender in Major League Soccer. You guys are talking as if we've had a freaking funeral. We're on our way to the Supporters Shield. We caught up and surpassed Philadelphia.
In a
little energy. Thank you very much.
In a
gentlemen.
weird way, I don't think you guys can hear it in the chat, but the fireworks started just as Philly was ramping
Right?
up, and it was a perfect timing.
We got people that say they're normally behind us, but they're in the stadium for their fireworks. And we can't blame you if you are, but I'm glad that a little bit of a crowd has formed here. It's good to see all your smiling faces. And I know that they're happy that a win has been gotten. But I would say, Philly, we are here to analyze the team a little bit. We can't just be all rainbows, sunshine, and unicorns. I think that first half was a tough watch because of the amount of misplaced passes. LAFC only put themselves in danger. The danger that was caused was only them putting themselves into the danger.
Look, what I will say is that very first PK, I would argue is a bit questionable.
Whoa. Are you? Well, okay, hold on. You want to see someone get hot. But Wonga undid that guy.
Absolutely.
And he had to tear him down. That first penalty was a stone-cold stunner penalty.
Right?
A stone-cold stunner penalty. If that is a stone-cold stunner penalty, then he's a fan of You telling me I'm wearing the wrong jersey? Are you telling me I'm wearing the wrong jersey? Do 217 podcasts and then tell me who's wearing the wrong jersey. Folks.
Needs to make better runs.
Chicho.
It would have been more.
Chicho.
Hold on a second. So you're saying our leading scorer needs to make better runs?
Today.
Okay, just today. All right, well, that I will agree with you. Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Actually,
but what I will say is this.
We have a segment coming up called Coming in Hot, where it's like a hot take, and I feel like that's one of the hottest takes I've heard in a while. Do you want to come on and sit in my chair and give your...
Oh, that's fair.
Can you come over here?
What I will say, though, in all honesty, all jokes aside, all inebriation aside, all whatever aside, what I was a little shocked by is having Carlos Vela take PKs. Carlos Vela has not had a successful history with LAFC scoring PKs. I would have preferred originally Chicho Arango being 12 yards in front of Steve Clark. However, Carlos Vela certainly had his redemption song, scoring 2 goals in the game, but I'm not going to lie. I felt a little bit of hesitation and a little bit of anxiety seeing the captain go out there because he hasn't converted that many PKs, but he's certainly up the percentage today.
Is that because of the one miss against
You always
RSL?
remember the most recent one, I feel like.
Right.
It's all. I mean, we live in a world of what have you done for me lately? And so, obviously, him missing a PK most recently is going to make us question this. But it wasn't just this season, Connor. It's been previous seasons in the past as well. But Chicho Arango is 100% in terms of conversions on PKs.
I know, but I mean, you're telling me that you aren't confident when Carlos Vela steps up to the spot?
I am confident when Carlos Vela is playing when there's active play.
I'm going to slow you guys down here a second because I feel like you've jumped the gun into the coming in hot segment because now all these hot takes are coming. And I want to get a special guest in here. He's going to take my chair. But you guys go back to your chat about Chicho and who's the better penalty taker. I feel like that's your guys' hot take.
Right.
And then we're going to get to our guests. So do that for a second while I move out of my chair. You know how much I love letting other people do my job.
I mean, I think, long story short, on a general note, I think we have a handful of pretty good penalty takers.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't think there's a wrong answer to this.
And I'll say this, the guy wearing the captain's armband gets to decide whether he's going to take it or not. And he walked decisively to the spot both times.
And what did he do today, Philly? He scored 2 of them.
I mean, look, I've been the biggest fan of this man. I mean, I was a fan of him at Arsenal when he was a teenager doing what he did. If you look at Arsenal's top 10 goals historically, Carlos Vela, believe it or not, is on that list.
He has 5.
He's on that list. So, I've been a big fan of Carlos Vela for a very long time. However, historically, at LAFC, Carlos Vela's weakest point, if we could pick a weak point, is his penalty kick.
Okay, that's fair. So, shall we move down?
We have a special guest sitting right next to me.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
First, can you tell everybody your name, special guest?
My name is Angel Vega, 818, representing from the 818.
I like it.
Mexican national, parents are Mexican American. This year, World Cup, I will not be Mexico's coin toss whether I'll be wearing a Mexico jersey or USA.
The only reason there's another hot take.
There's all kinds of hot takes coming right now.
A bit of a controversy today. The only reason why I do say that is because the Mexican national team doesn't want to bring up the leading goal scorer of the national team, which is a guy across the bay. I said. And
so you had a hot take when you were back here.
The segment is the hot take. The hot take segment. Okay, here's my hot take. Yesterday, there was a goal scored where that number 9 went directly to the first post.
What was his name, by the way?
Hernandez. His last name's Hernandez. So he goes directly to the first post and gets a backheel goal score. Beautiful goal.
Right.
I feel like Chicho should have done that maybe 2, 3, 4 times today.
So you had said earlier back there, you felt like Chicho wasn't getting on the end of runs today, right?
And because he's obviously the number 9, and he should be looking at to see where he's best, fit for that cross. Because sometimes that cross should be at the first post. If there's someone in front of him, then he needs to go to the second post. But if he's the only one that's there, he's got to go to the first post, because that first post that's where the ball's going to go first, and that's where he needs to be.
So how much of it do you think is him acclimating to having number 99 on the other side of him rather than someone like Mahala, who he's played with all season?
I just think it needs to come natural. If he's a number 9, if he's a poacher, it needs to come natural. Every striker that's a number 9 is just all that. It needs to come natural. There's no need. It's not about practice. It's about something that it should be like that, real
Sure,
quick.
but with a player with 16 goals on the season, yes, one game is one game. But
Just today.
Right.
I mean, I'm a fan of him. I actually call him the Colombian, the Colombian little P, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it. You know what? I'm gonna say it. My Mexican side's gonna come. The Colombian Chicharito. He should have been. That's just what it's about.
Sure.
That's just what it's about. He's a number 9. He needs to play like the number 9, and he needs to make that run where the ball's gonna find his head or the ball's gonna find his feet to redirect it to the goal, to the face of the goal. He's got to hit the target.
And it's something we've seen him do previously, this season, last season.
But I feel like today that was like,
was lacking a little.
Yeah, that was. I think that was, they should have had like 3. They should have had like 4 or 5 goals if he's in the end of the crosses.
There was definitely that one over the top, right, where he turned. I think it was from Carlos, and he turned and said, "My bad, I got to get on the end of that." Yeah.
And then there was where number 99 Boanga, where he comes in onto the 32-52 side of the north end.
Right.
He puts in that cross, and it was just inviting. It was just there. He was just licking his chops where he should have just.
I love it, Angel. You're welcome back anytime, man.
I appreciate the analysis. That was all right. Thank you.
I thank you guys. I'm a fan of the LAFC as soon as it started. I do think. I'm going to throw in my Mexican side, like I said, is coming out. Chicharito's in the wrong team. He should be here. But like I said,
Vince, you got to come back and do your job
transition out of you right now.
We got Chicho.
We got what we got here. No, we do have Chicho. I'm a fan of Chicho.
Raider.
Like I said, I am a fan of Chicho. Don't get me wrong. But today he did lack those goal-scoring chances, and come playoffs, you got to take advantage of those. That's going to be huge.
Do you need it if you still score 3 goals on the night? But anyway.
No. Like I said, what if those PKs don't come in the game?
True.
Those chances are going to come for Chicho, where he should capitalize and. All
right. The chat says I think it's time to go for Angel.
All right.
Thank you, Angel. Welcome back anytime.
Great job, Angel.
Hey, I'm looking at the chat right now, and there's a guy by the name of @Samuel Moss who made the comment, Cherundolo out. Cherundolo out.
I think
the guy who
they're
just
poking
tied
Philly
Bob Bradley for...
Look, there's always going to be trolls.
Right?
Hold on a second. The guy who calls out... All right. What Steve Cherundolo did today was tie Bob Bradley for the most wins for a first-year head coach in Major League Soccer. For those of you who think Cherundolo should be out, seriously, GTFO, you really need to figure out what that acronym is. Cherundolo out, why? Give me a really good reason as to why you think Steve Cherundolo needs to be out, because of the troll stuff is idiotic. Samuel Moss, give me a good reason as to why you think Steve Cherundolo needs to leave this club, because right now he's tied Bob Bradley. Most successful coaches, year 1, MLS. Give me a good reason, Samuel Moss. I'm calling you out right now.
Wow.
Carry on, folks. Carry on.
I don't know how we do. Can I just tell you, though, don't lean forward in your chair. We frame you up on purpose. Can you please sit properly in your chair? I got one more hot take. It's from my good friend Liam here. He's got a quick one that he wants to bring in.
Hi, Liam.
I want to thank Angel again for his hot take. Liam, take it away.
This time, I'm not going towards the corner kicks. They were disappointing today, as usual, but I've given up on those. But today, Giorgio Chiellini has had the greatest performances I've ever seen from a center back in this league. In any league, really. I watch a lot of soccer. And Chiellini has just been perfect for LAFC. No goal has been his fault all season, anything I've watched at least. And yeah, he's just I say if he had been here the whole season, potential MVP candidate if it wasn't only strikers that won the award.
Interest. Well, Leo brings up a good point. We've signed some pretty big players this window, and Chiellini would have been one of them.
Stay here for me a second. I knew there was a reason why I liked you.
I was so worried there was a
Smartest
butt
kid.
coming there.
The Giorgio Chiellini take. I thank you. Always a pleasure to see you. Great hat, by the way.
Yeah,
No,
fantastic
but
hat.
I was worried there was a butt coming.
No,
I did not know what to
Never worry
think.
about my man Liam. He knows what he's doing.
No, it's again. I've talked about it.
He's not even a guest anymore. He's a regular.
He is absolutely like a guest host, right? Like
Yeah.
he sees it like Neo sees the Matrix.
Right.
Giorgio Chiellini, and day in and day out, every time we get to watch him, we are watching something extremely special. Whether it's here at Banc of California Stadium or wherever he plays on the road.
God.
Whatever we can do to clone that man or something. And it's not just the way he plays. He's an incredible human being. I'm going to go on forever and ever. Someone please stop me. We can move
No,
along.
I just want to say Chiellini was
Yes.
one of the many signings that we made during this window where I was like,
the ones that everyone worried about chemistry, or
no, okay, let's relax a little bit.
sorry, I thought I was about to give a talk to the camera like Philly did.
Now Vince is popping off. No, but at his age and where he was in his career, I knew he was going to bring a lot to this team. I just don't think any one of us were prepared for how much value he was going to bring to this team off the field and on the field. Truly,
Totally.
Not just this performance. This performance probably was his best thus far in a black and gold jersey. But I mean, most performances in which he's put in with the black and gold, it's been quality for a man of his age. He doesn't look to be slowing down anytime soon.
I mean, the load management criteria doesn't necessarily apply to a 38-year-old center back who has seen more things than anybody in Major League Soccer has seen. He is obviously made his way into our hearts. He's obviously made his way into the hearts of the boys in the locker room, and he's been a leader, obviously on and off of the pitch. And I mean, we were very fortunate to have number 14, Giorgio Chiellini, in our lineup. The thing that obviously breaks my heart a little bit, and it breaks my heart more so for my buddy right here, is we're not going to get to see him in the World Cup. Sorry, Vince. Sorry.
It's always got to bring it up.
No, I got to. But
We'll remind you,
Giorgio-
if they did
time.
make the World Cup, he would not be here.
But do we know who is in the World Cup?
Well, what I can tell you is obviously Gareth Bale is going to be in the World Cup. But here's the thing, like Gareth Bale, we could talk about him, his insertion in the lineup, him coming in, the expectations being as lofty as they are. I have this sneaky suspicion that Gareth Bale is going to explode in the World Cup. He's going to have so many goals, and he's going to give a rip-roaring rocket performance. But I really want to see that for LAFC. I don't want to see him build up to a performance in the World Cup. I want to see Gareth Bale get to a point where Steve Cherundolo is going to look at him and go, that's who I want starting for my team, because he's going to give us the best opportunity to win a game. And we have yet to see that. We're managing his minutes, but I think we're being very timid in that sense. And I think that's actually putting him at a disadvantage from a playing perspective and obviously from a supporter's perspective as well.
Can I ask you a question about Gareth Bale, Vince?
Yeah, I would say before we even answer that question, though, we only know what we know.
Yeah.
So we get to see these guys 90 minutes a week. We're not there the rest of the week, so I don't know. I can't give you a full answer on that. I mean, if anybody knows better than all of us, it would be Steve Trundle and the sports science team. But yes, now your question.
Here's my question. We've seen Carlos Vela's role evolve on this team over the last several years, where Vela is more the distributor, and when it's time to strike, he does. Do you think that might be what Bale's role is now? A lot of people wanted Bale to come in, score 4 goals a game, and just light the world on fire. I don't think that's going to happen at any point. But I think that he might be more of a Carlos Vela type now, where he's looking to be a distributor as much as he's looking to be a goal scorer.
Well, he's looking to be functional. I think the last couple of games you've seen him subbed in, he's not playing on the wing anymore, which is
right.
When we have wingers, and again, I like to always say they're not really wingers. They're wide forwards. They're there to score goals. The 9, now Chicho plays the 9 very different than the way Carlos or Gareth plays the 9. They play it more as a functional sense. Like you said, a distributor, they're going to score. If guys back off them and they're at the top of the 18, they can put in that top corner. But they're really playing in a false 9 way where they want to get Bouanga involved. They want to get Mahala involved. They want to get Carlos on the other side involved. So do I think it's a little bit of change? Yes, he's probably lost a little bit of his pace, which can you blame him? He's played a lot of high leverage minutes at a high level. Don't tell that Justin Glad, who's seeing nightmares of him. But yeah, I think, but as long as he's connecting plays and is goal dangerous, that's all that matters because you got guys on the wing that you know can finish. Right. Now, if we had true wingers, that were crossers of the ball, then I'd be worried.
Right.
I would be worried.
But I said this during the pregame. You have Teo, Mahala, and Bale off the bench, and look, we still
it's a 5-sub game.
we still have a
Every
while until the postseason actually starts for LAFC.
Yep.
Those guys are still warming up. Those guys are all options off the bench. I just don't see where this is really a problem.
Right. And you see we brought Bale into the box on defensive set pieces as well. And he was winning balls out of the air.
He's
he was
6'2"
defending.
and opposing on the header, so it's not
Right.
not a bad thing to have. But speaking of, the captain had quite the play on a corner kick today.
Yep.
So thank goodness for that. I thought it was a save initially, but it was actually Carlos off the line. I want to move us along a little bit. We've been kind of stalling around. The next thing that we do, you can't have hot without cold. We do out cold, which is something that kind of just left you a little bit cold. I'll start us off with more of a question. We now have 2 weeks off after we've kind of got back on track. Is anybody feeling cold about the fact that we're going to maybe go cold after we got a little bit of momentum again?
That was exactly what I was going to bring up when we talk about what's leaving us feeling a little cold. We have 2 weeks off right now. And I think this second half was the type of momentum builder that we needed to really see out a match, because we absolutely saw this one out better than we have many of our previous matches. So are we now going to hit a little bit of a lull not playing for 2 weeks? I think it's possible, but nothing revs you back up like heading up to Portland, to Providence Park, and being able to take on the Charas on that awful, awful fake turf that they have up there.
The Galaxy does
Say it louder.
You guys, what are your thoughts on the momentum?
Look, obviously momentum is a thing that we conceptualize. Is it really a thing? I don't know. I'm not a professional athlete. I'm sitting talking to y'all on the camera. What I will say is as follows. They have an opportunity to take a break, a breather, to relax the mind, to relax the body. LAFC has gone on a losing streak when they have done too much, when they have been repetitive. Repetitive strain injury is legitimately a thing. So now they have the ability to kick back, relax, watch from the outsides, observe your competition, and then go out there, recalibrate, and dominate. We're going to go into Portland with fresher legs. We're going to go into Portland with a chip on our shoulder. We're going to go into Portland controlling our own destiny. And I actually think that this is a very good scenario for our team because they're still going to practice. Yes, they're taking time off. But that doesn't mean they're taking time off.
Yeah, but
from
11 guys are going all across the world.
Yes, but one would argue the most grueling scenarios, the most grueling situations are training. These guys, it's a privilege for them to go out there and play in a game. Where they really earn the ability is in training. So it's not as if they're really taking time off, but they're taking time to assess. And going into Portland, a place that's not very friendly, we're going to fresh legs. We take 3 points on the road. And then we come in, we welcome Walker Zimmerman, and then we say, thank you, Walker, but sayonara, because we're going to defeat Nashville on decision day.
Wait,
as a result of that,
I want you to get in, but hold on.
Supporter Shield.
Quite the group has joined us
What's
now.
up, guys?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome.
This is the true privilege right behind us.
Okay, so I want to ask all of you, it's a yes or no question. Is the momentum killed by the international break on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Maybe this team is that team.
I rest my case.
Maybe you just move along.
guess
The
not.
crowd has spoken.
I will say,
not.
come the end of the next match week against Portland, we'll know a lot more. But very well, the next game, of course we will, Vince.
Sorry,
The next game here at the Bank could very well be somewhat of a final for LAFC to win silverware. So I'm just saying, 2 weeks time, it's going to get really
That
heated.
handsome gentleman behind you has brought up a key point. The supporter shield.
Though. Winning out, gain that shield. Winning out, gain that shield. Guaranteed.
Okay.
And we might not even need
Another
to,
yes
by
or
the
no
way.
question. On the count of 3, at the end of the season, LAFC will have the supporter shield or not? Yes or no? So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I love
just
how
hope
you
that's
just
the case.
I
riled
like
up the
every
crowd.
single one of these people back
I love
here.
it.
Hey, it's normally your guys'
anybody-
job. I want to do it.
we would have beat
I was
him up in the
surprised
parking
he was a
lot,
little
honestly.
subdued.
How
we
happy
don't
are
condone
we to be
violence
back
here.
to winning ways? 3-1.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're evaluating problems, and our problems really are champagne problems. It's do we drink the Moet? Do we drink the Dom Perignon? What person do we start? Is it Gareth Bale? Is it Chicho Arango? I mean, seriously.
fair point.
At the end of the day, we got 2 games left. We control our destiny. We've already become the best in the West. And Within 2 more games, we will become the best in MLS. And oh, by the way, everybody behind me, start saving money. Put money in your piggy bank jars, because guess what? We're going to CONCACAF Champions League!
Yeah.
Now he's back.
He's back.
Now he's back.
And he's back.
There we go.
He had his little therapy session with the camera, and he's back. All right, we have one last thing that we do here. Well, and we have another thing that you guys are going to enjoy. But one last segment that we do here. It's called Let Me Sleep On It. It's one thing you're going to be thinking about. And by the way, we have a long 2-week break to think about stuff.
Yep.
So in the crowd here, behind me, sorry, if anybody has something that they're going to be really thinking about over these 2 weeks, come on towards here, and you can come sit in my seat, or you can get into Philly's seat. Oh, Philly's out.
Philly's already gone.
Philly has left.
Chris is coming along.
Hi, Chris.
Yippee-ki-yay,
You have been called Woody from Toy Story in the chat.
Yes.
So you got that to live down.
I thought Cowboy Chris was working for me. Or not.
Yeah, well.
But hey, you know what? I'm just going to roll with it. Just like we're watching this team roll with it, no matter what, whether it's a break. I think actually, going back to the point you brought up earlier, this 2-week break is going to do wonders for us. I know, like, we have a little momentum after tonight, but we've seen earlier in the season when we had too much going on, a lot of injuries piling up. In this case, it was losses earlier this month. We needed this break to kind of reset, re-energize, refocus, and get some aggression back. And I think we started to see some of that coming back tonight. And by the time we come back for Portland, we're going to be thirsty for that win, which I don't think we were in August. And I think that we're going to see a brand new LAFC team hearkening back to like we did earlier in the summer and going ready right into the playoffs hot.
Okay.
I like it.
Love it. You got another one? Yeah. All right, we got Sub.
All right, really quickly, I'm gonna get out for a second. The person who I'm gonna introduce right now is a really good friend of mine and JR's. His name is Rod Diaz. If you don't know his name, he was the bass player for a local band called Suicidal Tendencies. And by the way, he is now the bass player for a band you might have all heard of called Korn. Rod Diaz, a big LAFC fan, is about to give his thoughts on LAFC. Rod, by the way, welcome back from tour. Take my seat, baby.
Rod's just trying to blend in, by the way, and hang out, and you threw his stuff on blast like that. Like,
I mean, I've been coming here since
early on. Yeah, day one. So do you have something that you want to sleep on, something you want to think about as this team approaches the international break, 2 weeks?
I don't know. I mean, you know what? What it's funny, like I haven't been here in a while, but the last time I was here, I played here. And that was like a full circle moment for me.
Right.
But what? We have 2 more games?
2 more games?
2 games.
2 more games.
We're getting there.
But I like it. Are we taking both games? Is it 3 points each?
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
You know,
Sleep on a win.
I'm a confident person when it comes to soccer.
Absolutely.
Some people say I'm a dream.
Can you real quick before we let you go, since you have played on the stage and you've been in the crowd multiple times. Can you compare
every game?
Compare like the experience of Banc of California Stadium? It's like a rock and roll show every night? Like what is it for you?
I mean, there's chants and songs and, energy, the excitement, the good vibe, the energy.
Yep.
Like, it's hard not to become, like, addicted.
Sure.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, I legit came here super randomly. It's like, oh, there's a new soccer team. I'll go check it out. And, it's been years later, and I'm still here and loving every minute of it.
Direct from a bona fide rock star. He's telling you this is a rock show.
There you go.
Thank you, Rob.
You know what? Now that we have gotten a rock star on here, I think it's time to move into the last thing, the thing that we like to do here. And I would love it if you helped us with this. Where's Philly? Where did Philly go? Philly, if you could find your way into the middle so you can help these people do it. I think they know how to do it.
Just real quick, I want to give a shout out to my man Victor. Happy 30th birthday.
Okay. I know, cameras.
You want me in the middle?
No, I want you to get into the crowd.
Okay, I got you.
Go into the crowd.
Happy birthday!
Yes, happy birthday.
Right, so guys. everybody get in here real close. Everybody get in here real close.
Okay, guys, get in close, get inside the cameras. Here. Okay.
Get in here.
They do it inside the stadium. We've now made it a tradition. It happens again outside the stadium. You can never have enough sha-la-las. I'm going to hand off my mic to Liam. Philly's back there. Philly, if you would like to please start with Liam.
I would. Where's Liam? All right. So, my man, on the count of 3, why don't you do this? 1, 2, 3. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. LAFC. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. LAFC. A little louder now. Sha la 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 la. LAFC. One more time. Sha la 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 la. Let's fucking go! Sha la 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 la. LAFC. I can't hear y'all. Sha la 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 la. Is that all you got? Sha la 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 la. Who's the best team in MLS?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let that be the soundtrack to the night for you. Everyone have a good trip home, and we will see you back here in a couple of weeks. This is 110 Football's instant reaction post-game show. This is the best crowd in America, maybe in the world. We'll see you guys next time.